Kuna watu kwa serikali yako kazi yao ni kushika handball kila siku.
Wakati unaongea mambo yangu Sifuna, ujue mimi ndio mwanzilishi wa ODM. So unaenda polepole kidogo.
Sifuna is a cloud chaser. I don't think he's genuine, and he has a bad blood because he was not named a CS in Ruto's government. That's why he's just having a fight with everyone. And we afraid if Raila and Ruto unite, it will be 1 versus 42 or 41 versus 1.
This is Dove Podcast, crafting stories, building brands.
How are we going to do so that at least hatutakuwa na hii mambo ya kusema Kikuyu nation, Luya nation, Luo nation, something like that. Sisi wote tuko tu as Kenyan.
By the way, this is a heart disease. It is by our blood. And I think most youth and the Kenyan culture is more of ethnic balkanization. So now we are almost far away from election. But come 2027, now those who play the political card of tribal lines is going to emerge. Okay. And we are afraid if Raila and Ruto unite, it will be 1 versus 42 or 41 versus 1. It's going to be a dangerous presidency because the one side of Mount Kenya will feel that people are against them and then it is serving others this narrative. And I think Gachagua is falling to that trap. More if he stays more of the central, others will be now using the card. And the nation from central are all over Kenya. So if worse comes, it's going to affect them because these are nomads, they're business people, they own lands across everywhere. So that narrative is not going to serve them well.
Okay.
And it's going to divide our country, which is almost made of 42 ethnic blocks or tribes, or what do you call?
Sure.
So I think that narrative, if the Gachagua side they continue, is going to serve now the Ruto side very well. That is now more school of politics, rule and divide.
Yeah.
One versus this, us against them. Then people now forget all the track records, all everything.
Sure.
People come and vote for with emotions and 50 bob or 100 bob. With money, the other side has money.
Yes.
So and then you play to their trap. It's going to be a dangerous game for.
Okay.
So Gachagua, just let him stick with. And then let him be a political, national political.
Yeah. Our topic of the day is about a Ruto scorecard in his 3 years in office. But before that, we have seen Rigathi in USA. He was saying that he feel he's the best to take Ruto home 2027. But kuna factors kadhaa pia nimejaribu kufuatilia nikasikia inaweza fanya akose, like Musalia Mudavadi. I've been listening to Musalia Mudavadi the other day. He was saying that some people are supporting Rigathi Gachagua and they know very well that when someone is being impeached, you can't go back to office. Rigathi, is he capable of taking Kenya to the next level, for example, number one? And number two, I know you have talked about it before, so it's just something that I just want to answer somebody like Musalia Mudavadi. Anaweza fanikiwa kweli kuingia kwa mfano, ama anaweza kutumia mbinu zote ili aweze kumuua?
Nani anamuua?
Si unajua serikali kwa mfano. Okay.
No. In Kenya, Ruto was here. People told him that he's not going to make 2022, but God made him.
Okay.
Because people were saying the system is going to eliminate him. But that's a worst case scenario. Honorable Rigathi Gachagua is a national leader. Currently, he is now almost, if not, is uncontested kingpin of Mount Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves to stand minus the impeachment.
Yeah,
but
true.
if the impeachment is holding him back, maybe he has to support someone else. He has to now take the basket of those votes to give either one of the oppositions if they have to defeat Ruto. And Ruto is the man to beat. He's a tough guy, and he has almost how many 100 degrees of politics. You can't, if it is, Ruto is smart everywhere.
Sure.
You can't threaten him. You can't con him. You can't do. He has all those things, characters,
which might be different from Rigathi Gachagua.
But he's just a one term. The one term is gone by Gachagua, but Gachagua himself, people are telling us, he's the same one term from Madhira. Others are from one term in their lives. But Ruto was here since 1992,
Sure.
winning against odds, and now he's delivering according to our topic. And whoever is going to match and beat Ruto is going to be a big mountain to climb.
Okay.
So it's going to be a hard thing. Unless now Raila changes his mind, he says, I'm going to stand. Even if Raila also says that he's going to stand, Ruto pia amejipanga. So he knows worst case. He knows all the scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's now have the discussion about today's topic. The topic is about the Ruto scorecard. We are 100% sure that Ruto will be in ballot 2027 because he has already said, and he has never for any obstacle. He has no any obstacle that make him not to vibe. Ruto has to do some things. Remember saizi as we speak, okay, although it's allegation, but it's also true according to oppositions and also statistics, that he has lose some people. A good example is the Mount Kenya people. Number two, the trust also, it's not there. But we want us now to discuss it in an analytic way, whereby we'll start with the cost of living. Most of the people are saying that the cost of living is unbearable. How can we talk about it? Do you feel that Ruto has performed on cost of living ama bado anahangaika hapo? Na pia ni vipi anafaa kufanya so that when it comes 2027 akona uwezo ya kusema at least I did something.
Waswahili wanasema,
Yes.
Gala muue mpe haki yake.
Yes.
Have you ever had that one? You're in
Yes.
cost.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Ruto, when he came to this country, when he took over 2022, inflation was run away. It was high. The dollar exchange rate was almost touching the ceiling of 160, 170. The production side of food and Uhuru we are subsidizing lately before the election. Maize was being subsidized.
Sure.
Which was a great anti-Ruto. It was subsidized. Why? For Ruto, he believed inputs must be subsidized, not outputs. So what he did is he subsidized maize fertilizers, the maize fertilizer from 6,500 to 2,500. What does that lead to? It led to more food production. 2024. This year, 2025, we are over harvesting. Millions of bags are waiting in the storages or the gallery. Kenya is not suffering another hunger. During Uhuru's time, people were starving to death somewhere else in Kenya, northern parts of the dry. Under Ruto, rain came very well. It was like God blessed us with a leader, and then we can see now almost cost of living went down. Even the maize flour, it used to be, 200 plus. Now almost below 100, if not 100. That is huge cost reduction. And Kenyans, 80 to 70% of Kenyans, or let's assume 70% of Kenyans earn $1 a day or $2 a day, let's assume. Now they can afford those meals and they can put food on the table. Lately, we have never seen any, in our country, any food crisis. The what's called the famines, God has taken away. I don't know, it's from God's side, alhamdulillah, yes, it may be, but Ruto emphasized on the production, and he was not doing cosmetic subsidies. I think with those, I think the guy has a credit, and I really like his way of doing economics.
During Uhuru's time, Uhuru used to subsidize consumption. Ruto came with a narrative of subsidizing production. I've been telling you that I'm from Kitale. Kitale is in Trans Nzoia County.
He's a food
and Trans Nzoia County, it's where all maize come from. The other day we were buying fertilizer at 5,000 shillings. No, I'm talking about this year. We are buying fertilizer 5,600, and that one is the cheapest one. We have even for that one for 7,000, 8,000. So we are trying to imagine one bag of fertilizer, it is 5,000, and you need like 20, right? Inakuja like 5,000 times 20 inakuja like 100,000.
Are you talking currently or you're talking?
I'm talking about the current situation now.
But the statistics and
yes.
people say 2.5. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not a farmer.
But during Uhuru's time, it used to be 3,500, and at the same time Uhuru bado alikuwa amesubsidize consumption. Ukiangalia consumption yake ilikuwa yeye alikuwa ameekela kwa vitu kama kuna sukari, kuna nini, lakini yeye amefanya the different thing. Sasa hivi natuambia umesema ya kwamba people are over harvesting. nataka uniambie kaunti moja ile watu wana overharvest, kwa sababu saizi ukiangalia kama kule mvua inanyesha, hiyo mahindi itaharibika. So the best way is it to subsidize a production or consumption?
You know, Kioro, you are just a journalist. And at least for us, we did business and basic economics. Between the two, one has a short-term pain relief. It's like you're taking a Panadol, but the headache won't relieve you. Yes, every day. The one you subsidize the consumption. When I eat today a maize of 200, the government is subsidizing. Others are gaining something, and money is being stolen. But the moment you go free market, production is in what is called is subsidized. The production part, the input is subsidized.
Yes.
Prices automatically in the market will be oversupplied. Once oversupplied, market rates will take care itself. Demand and supply meet somewhere. That is the fair price of a market. That's the basic economic model. So Uhuru was just subsidizing he was giving us the Panadol. They just but leaving the pain. Listen, he was leaving the pain. But Ruto here comes, he subsidizes all inputs. And then lately, what made the production of the fertilizers go skyrocketing prices? It's because of the world factors. Russia is the number one producer of all this. And then during Uhuru's late time, I think there was a war in 2022 before the election. There was war between Ukraine and Russia.
Yes.
Russia was sanctioned by all thousands of thousands. Is it 25,000 styles of sanctions were given by the US and the EUs? What does that show? Africa was receiving huge bulk of this. Once a country is being sanctioned, do you think the supply chain will be hindered for a while? What does that do to price? When there's a less supply, demand goes skyrocketing. Yes, then we as the producers, and then there is no rain. Imagine now the cost of the cost of fertilizer will go up twice, 3 times. You understand? But now comes Ruto in with this government, knowing that the world politics have changed. Things are no longer the same. Inflation across the world is, but in Kenya, we are really doing much better than even the Western countries. Inflation is huge. There's a lot of unemployment. But here in that country, Kenya, at least the guy has tried. And then he's a politician, but the basic economics he has was way, way much better than Uhuru's time. And Uhuru was just sleeping state house and drinking things. Yes.
We were expecting this. Kusubsidize kwa Kiswahili ni kutia ruzuku. Tulikuwa tunatarajia kwa mfano kama ametia ruzuku kwenye production kwa mazao, yani tuseme hivyo. Matarajio yetu ilikuwa ni ya kwamba Mr. Mohamed anafaa kama kwa mfano tuseme bagi la mbolea moja peke yake hivi linafaa litoke pesa ngapi? Tuseme 2,000, 3,000, unapata? Haya, tuseme kama ni mbegu inafaa ikuwe chini zaidi, kwa sababu ili upatie wale wakulima wadogo wapate nafasi ya kulima na kufanya mazao zaidi, ili itakapofika mwisho wa mwaka mazao yale yakishakuwa mengi kwenye taifa la Kenya, sasa kuna uwezo wa kufanya nini? But it's a different thing. In fact, it's very ironical because the same price that used to be during Uhuru's time, it's the same price that it is even in the current government. And yet, the government is telling us that they are subsidizing production and not consumption. Sasa, watu walikuwa wanauliza hivi, unatuwekea ruzuku kwenye consumption, wakati yeye anajua vizuri kabisa, I need something to put into my mouth, nafaa kukula, nafaa kukunywa. Hizo vitu zote tutangoja lini ile? Kwa hivyo nikitolanya basi tuseme alikuwa nafaa kuifanya in a systematic way. And that's why unapata most of the time we are fighting with President Ruto.
Let me tell you, we Kenyans tumezoea kurelifiwa the pain, but Ruto is fixing this nation for the long term. Take this to the bank. Ruto is fixing in the long term. He's putting the right system.
Yes.
Not from SHA, not from food production, not because we can't be the next Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is the only country that produces oil. It imports the finished products. Then Aliko Dangote put the largest refinery. People are fighting him because there's a lot of people who used to eat from the consumption side. You know, the government of Nigeria was using billions of dollars, any government reserve dollars, which is supposed to import things. They were subsidizing consumption. That is poor economic model. One. Unasikia? Poor economic model. Why? Utamaliza pesa. Cartels will be in the middle. And then whenever you subsidize, Uhuru's time, we were subsidizing even fuel. A lot of money was lost. We remember other brands, we don't want to name their name, like some petrol stations, there were no fuel, pesa imetoka, hazina ya serikali imeibiwa. So people are using monkey work. But Ruto, he's not stealing anyone. he's just fixing and then he's tightening the loopholes. Wale mashimo yale wakorofi wote imefungwa. When you say consumption, you're doing it, that's called cosmetic. Cosmetic ni kupaka mafuta juu ama kukula Panadol. You want to relieve the pain. It's hard. Let's face the reality. We underwent at least 2023, it was tight here. Yes, you remember? 2024. Now we can see the production. Maize overproduced. I'm not saying overproduced, but much better than I'm not an agroecologist.
Yeah.
If you tell me which county, maybe we can see the mood of the country. Prices even in the shops are down. So in that context, fixing the main long-term goal was, if Ruto stays 10 years, we may add him another 10 years to change the constitution. That's how I believe Ruto. I'm afraid. I don't know who the right replacement of Ruto. The right replacement of Ruto, we don't see Mr. Kihoro. I know the side of the Gen Z and the mountain, they're not happy. Anytime he succeeds, anafunga riziki za wakorofi wale wa cartels, wale wakora ambao wamezoea Kenya ni yao, aliwafungia shimo. Paka KQ, Kenya Airways is profitable. Anything he touches Ruto is doing the right thing. Although people are hating because I don't know.
As we finish this this conversation, I've been listening to Katibu Mkuu wa chama cha ODM, Sifuna Edwin. Unapata he's against President Ruto's regime, and yet we know that very well ODM and KK, they have that MOU. He was being asked by one of the journalists, I don't want to mention the journalist, that why are you not resigning? The same question I want to ask you. Why is Sifuna not resigning and yet he's not comfortable with the KK regime?
To me, Sifuna is a cloud chaser. I don't think he's genuine, and he has a bad blood because he was not named a CS in Ruto's government. That's why he's just having a fight with everyone. He wants attention. He wants to make himself the big G. You know those dramas, politicians who make themselves like, and then yet he wants votes from somewhere else. He wants he's from Luyaland. He wants the central, so that we are thinking he's going to stand for governorship. That's why, to his interest, he has to antagonize the government for him to get the governorship. Otherwise, to my opinion, he's bitter because he was not named in any ODM CSS. He was not in the list. That's why the one he started those fighting.
Are you sure it's not a script between Raila Odinga and Sifuna?
It can be a script, yes, but the master knows. These people are with the government. Ruto is keeping them in his house. If they jump out, the guy has a plan. Ruto is a master of all plans. Anytime ODM jumps, others will be coming in. You understand? Ruto now he has all the cards on the table. You leave him, others will join him. The same Mount Kenya may join him behind him as long as Raila factor is out. So Raila is also calculating masterfully. He said until 2027 I'll be with Ruto.
Okay.
But against Raila and Ruto in a ballot, I think you can't shout to your host and Ruto will win in a landslide. So Raila atajipima, anajua akidanganywa simama, anajua. But his interest is to support Ruto re-election, so that Raila should be seen the person supporting Ruto to state out, so that his children, the Odingas and the kingdom of Odinga and Ruto, it may continue. Come 2030 something, he's going to support one of his ODM. But the moment he jumps out, who people are going to support? Between the two of them, Ruto will be supported by everyone. Why?
Okay.
Because he was the one keeping them. Their mouth is well oiled. Then how can you just in the election time you say you're going to dethrone Ruto? What message would you have if you are not opposing him for that time? Yes. So you have hated, you went to bed with him. Sometimes between the two, people with common sense will choose Ruto over Raila. So Raila's shots will be to serve Ruto and to play his re-election. And for Sifuna, he's just a cloud chaser. Okay. He's chasing his cloud, and he's bitter because he was not named to a CS. To my opinion, maybe that's what I see. Sifuna hasn't gotten any CS job. That's why he's just bashing or he's targeting even the Minister of Finance. Who is that? Badi. But John Badi, the moment he speaks, you will be taught a lesson. He seems to be know a lot of English, and then he's from low region, much English, but sometimes Not nothing conceptual. He's not come 2027. He's not even a factor.
Okay.
Let's look for his governorship.
I think we shall end it from there, but in the next episode we are going to start from there, at least tuendeleze from there, but tunashukuru sana, at least tumejua more, at least unajua watu wengi wameshinda wakisema it's a script, but hata bado pia it's a maoni.
If it's let it be script. Ruto knows their script. He wants even if they jump out, the Kalonzos will jump here. People are on the fence. Anytime really get out, you see a drove coming to State House because they know and then siasa a day is a big day.
Okay,
It's a big
they know
day.
you say that.
It's a big day. Even the same Gachagua can be hooked. They can agree, compact, and the central people will be brought back by Ruto by talking to them. Anything can change within a day or 2 days in politics.
Okay. Haya, shukrani sana. Na kwa wale wote ambao tafadhali wenye subscribe, tunasema tu endelea kusubscribe. Tunawashukuru sana kwa kuendelea kutazama kituo chetu cha Dove Podcast. Tunaona tunafanya vizuri kabisa na pia tunaendelea kuomba support yao. Tunasema ya kwamba wao ndio wataendelea kutusaidia zaidi. Until next time,
See you.
This is Dove Podcast, crafting stories, building brands.